Well, hi there, Internet. My name's Court, and you've got courtside seats for my review of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Episode 5, Truth. Let's do it. Welcome back to my ongoing review series of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and I'll say this off the top, I really enjoyed this episode. I still think last week's was better, but I also think last week's was the best of the show so far. But before I get to my thoughts, I gotta give you the caveat, this will be a spoilers review. I'm not gonna go through every beat of the episode, but there are specific things that I want to discuss, so if you haven't seen the episode yet and you want to go in cold, go check it out. Hopefully you'll come back later, but this is officially your spoiler warning. Cool? Cool. Moving on. The episode picks up pretty much exactly where we left off, with John Walker leaving the scene of the crime and Sam and Bucky confronting him, telling him to give up the shield and turn himself in, which of course he doesn't do. There's a great moment where he says, "We could have been a team," and then the camera cuts to the shield with the blood on it, which is a great little visual cue as to how different these two factions are and just how far they were from ever really being a team. And Walker's basically going all Gollum about the shield, it's now his precious. And this is a pretty awesome fight. John ripping off Sam's wings, that was crazy. I will say that the director really doubled down on her use of shaky cam, not even just in this fight, even in like dialogue scenes in this episode. It's getting a little much for me, particularly in the fight scene. There were moments where I couldn't tell who was who because it was just so frenetic. I really dug the courthouse scene, and I thought it was some of the best acting we've seen from Wyatt Russell in the series so far. We really do see how important being Cap was to him, and I actually did feel bad for him. Particularly when he was saying that the military trained him, has spent his entire life doing what they told him, and now they're just kind of tossing him away. I mean, I get why they are, but I see it from both sides. Also, Julia Louis-Dreyfus is in this show now. Cool. I love the sequence where Buck meets Zemo at the Sokovia Memorial, and that moment where he pulls the trigger but the gun isn't loaded, like that was really tense. And I was really hoping that Bucky wouldn't kill Zemo because he's kind of been through enough. He turns him over to the Dora Milaje. I think that's better anyway. And I was so glad they brought Carl Lumbly back as Isaiah, because his one scene, and I think it was the second episode, was like amazing. And he doesn't disappoint here either. And the story he tells is absolutely heartbreaking. The show has never shied away from touching on the racial divide in America. This episode hits it right on the head. And the fact that in Isaiah's story, he basically essentially does exactly what Steve Rogers did at the end of the first Avenger, but Steve was hailed as a hero, whereas Isaiah is jailed. Anthony Mackie doesn't say a lot in the scene. He's mostly just reacting, but man, he was good. I really like this dude. Now, the show has had a couple of pretty odd needle drops over the course of the series, but using the meters Hey Pocky Way during the montage where they were fixing the boat was amazing. I've been listening to the meters all day, and you should too. That music in that montage put a smile on my face, as did the whole scene. I loved it. And then the scene with Sam and Bucky training with the shield, it was so different from the way it was portrayed in the trailer. In the trailer, it looked like it was this really fun scene. It was actually a really heavy dialogue scene with Sam trying to help Bucky understand how to get himself right. It was powerful. They really should have called this episode Man Feelings. I dug the next training sequence with Sam training with the shield, but I will say there were a couple of moments where he throws the shield and then does like a flip and then tries to catch the shield, where it was so clearly not Anthony Mackie. It was so clearly a stunt guy, and it really kind of took me out a little bit. I have said many times that I'm not thrilled with the Flag Smasher storyline. I did think it was getting a little bit more interesting in the last episode, but that scene towards the end where Karli whistles and just droves of people come out of the park towards her, and the camera pans up and we see they're in New York City, like that was actually genuinely chilling. And I did love that Bucky arranged for a new Wakandan Falcon suit for Sam, and I was so excited to see what it looked like, and he's opening the box, and then those jerks cut to credits. Come on! Come on! And then for the first time in this series, we get a mid-credit sequence of John Walker crafting his own Cap shield. Obviously, he's not out of the game yet. I cannot wait to see where they go with the finale. So those are my thoughts on episode 5 of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Now I want to know, what did you guys think of the episode? What's your favorite episode so far of the series? Whatever your thoughts, hit the comments below. Let's discuss. If you enjoyed this review, please smash that like button and give it a share if you really enjoyed it. And hey, why not take a second, do me a favor, click subscribe and ring that bell to subscribe to my channel for more movie reviews, entertainment news, trailer reactions, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, all that good stuff. Hope you guys are all safe and healthy. Thanks very much for watching. I will see you all in the next one. Take care.